This is the most cursed town in the world. So cursed, I can't even tell you its name. That's not just me. Literally, the locals wouldn't even dare to utter it. But I don't believe it. I mean, that's straight up crazy. I mean, how would you fill out the delivery instructions when you're ordering something online? But there's only one way to find out if this seemingly harmless village in southern Italy truly is cursed. This town might seem like a great place to take your family on vacation, but it has a sinister secret. There's rumors of babies being born with 2 hearts or 3 lungs, bizarre car accidents, freakish landslides, and a healthy population of witches.
Or powerful women who worked their magic using spells, the evil eye, and curses.
But what we didn't know is that, well, it only affects visitors.
Dave, what the heck? What are you doing?
Try not to step on the cracks.
Oh my gosh.
This is Dave, and he's not as optimistic as I am. And together, we're going to get to the bottom of this 100-year-old suspicion. So what is it about this town that makes it so cursed? And will we be able to survive 24 hours with bad luck being thrusted upon us at every turn?
A freaking mirror.
Isaiah!
We are testing our luck today in the most unlucky town. 7 years, baby! Dave, it's unfixable. There's no instructions, Dave. It's broken. You have a lot of bad luck coming your way.
We saw online that when visitors arrive, they're given an amulet in order to ward off the town's misfortunes. Didn't matter if we needed it or not because the amulet store was closed. So we settled for the next best thing, a keychain made by a 6-year-old.
You ever heard about the whole thing where you walk under ladders, gives you bad luck? I don't know how many more years that is, but it's gonna be a fun day.
I was having a pretty great time increasing our odds at misfortune, but Dave was desperate to reverse our bad luck. Google told him to cross his fingers till he found a dog. I think Dave just really likes dogs. Anyway, what makes this town so cursed after all? Well, about 100 years ago, the mayor of this unnamed town proclaimed at a meeting in a nearby city, "May this chandelier fall down if I'm not telling the truth." And of course, with perfect timing, the chandelier fell. And because of him, the town became synonymous with bad omens. So much so that residents of surrounding villages would forever call it that town.
Do you know where the chandelier fell? Don't say it?
No.
Am I in trouble now? Oh gosh, thank you. Literally would not even say the name of the town. He just laughed at me like I said something totally wrong. Town up there?
Okay.
Bad luck? A little bit. Do you live here? What do you know about the town on top of the hill? Is it, what's it called?
And what we have here is an Italian man so desperate to escape the curse, he touches metal instead of wood.
Oh boy.
Oh boy is right. Who knew that a small Italian man could strike fear so easily into the heart of an American man who's also small?
I'm not gonna lie, every single person we've talked to is like, I wouldn't go up there if I were you.
But that wasn't gonna stop us. In fact, I was about to make our journey a little bit more interesting.
7 more years, baby!
Why did you have to put the umbrella up in the frickin' car?
Dave, it's just a coincidence. It's not the curse. I just forgot to put gas in the car. You should have reminded me, gosh dang it. You're starting to sound like a crazy person.
Isaiah!
Yeah, as much as I wanted something bad to happen, we had a pretty pleasant drive. But that's enough of this hearsay. It's time to put our feet in the meat.
That's what they say, right?
The only unlucky thing I can see right away is how terribly designed these roads are. But maybe that's on purpose. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're trying to disorient us so that they can... Who am I kidding? They wouldn't go to all that trouble just to confuse some unassuming tourists, right? But things did get a little strange soon after we arrived when the bells unexpectedly started ringing for no apparent reason.
Wait, seriously though, why is it going off? It's 5:10, 5:09. That's like the creepiest bell I've ever heard too.
And they went on and on until...
This bell's been going off for like hours.
The bell isn't even... Do you know the way they always say, like, if something bad's happening, there's like a dark cloud hanging over you?
Yeah.
And you know it was really sunny a minute ago?
It's still sunny.
No.
What the frick?
I told you we're going to die.
We're not gonna die, Dave. We're not gonna die.
On a positive note, kind of a nice place to die, right?
For real, if I had to die somewhere, I wouldn't mind dying here. But let's not die. You think it's because we're literally like the only visitors here and they're letting everybody know? The bells are going off again. 5:32. Completely random. Don't know why.
And even though things were starting to get a bit creepy, as far as I know, rain clouds are only unlucky on your wedding day. And according to the Google, there are 2 hotels in town that both have surprisingly high ratings, which is a great sign. In fact, it seemed as though no matter how many times I tried to increase our bad luck, there was none to be found. That is, until we visited the hotels.
I can't even get in. Pretty unlucky. There's one more place in town. Oh, they got free breakfast. No rooms. The only 2 hotels in this entire town No rooms.
Which seems pretty unusual considering we're the only visitors.
Who is staying here? And why is nobody at reception?
Dave had his own theories.
I think the witches own the hotels.
The hotels are fake.
Yeah, they're like a lure for us, and they're gonna kill us, Isaiah.
No, it's a lure.
This is the end. We're dying tonight.
Okay, but like, where are we gonna stay tonight?
And while we were trying to figure out where to sleep,
Should we sleep in there?
we headed to the only restaurant in town, the Charlie Brown Bar, where I got to test out my terrible Italian in the most American-sounding bar.
My Italian's pretty bad. I think I ordered a coffee first, and then I may have ordered a pizza, and then I canceled both of those, and I somehow got beer. So.
This is Chip. Well, that's not his real name, but that's what we're gonna call him because he just kept bringing us chips.
Mangiare, mangiare. Sempre mangiare noi. Mangiare.
Bring us more food.
We were having the time of our lives.
Oh, attention, please. Let's ketchup.
This guy keeps bringing us more food. It's amazing.
Aside from the Gale Force wins.
Underpaid for this beer. It's $8. I paid $7.50. He's bringing me food. What is this town?
I'm not kidding when I say that Chip probably would have continued to bring us chips for the rest of eternity. But in the back of our minds, we were thinking maybe it's like one of those movies where they welcome you in, make you feel comfortable, and then they strike! Nah, he's just a really friendly Italian man, and we got this super cool photo together. I think he, just like the other locals in town, just aren't used to visitors coming through, and that's because the rumors of the curse have greatly damaged the reputation of the town. So much so that I still haven't said the name of this town the entire video. And in 2016, they gave literally every resident of the so-called unluckiest town a free lottery ticket, the hopes that they'd change the village's fortunes forever. No pun intended. At this point, we're feeling pretty confident. I mean, nothing's gone wrong. The locals seem friendly, almost too friendly. And I'm completely satisfied after eating several bags of chips. But everyone knows that bad things tend to happen under the cover of night, and it is just starting to get dark, which is when absolutely everyone vanished.
Is this for warding off spirits or what? What is this? I've seen this several times now. It's kind of weird.
And even though we were spotting some rather strange sights through town, according to Dave, the strangest sight was on my feet.
The shoes glow in the dark. Are they like kids' shoes or?
They're not kids' shoes. These are Air Max 97s.
I used to have shoes like that, but they were like Buzz Lightyear.
Well, these are my Buzz Lightyear shoes.
We continued to wander the streets alone like a couple of ruffians. It was only a matter of time before this turned into a cringy J-Station video.
One of the witches.
And if that wasn't just a friendly old lady, we'd be tomorrow's headlines. Turns out the only bad luck I received was sleeping next to a guy who snores like an elephant and, well, waking up with crippling back pain. Honestly, I think this town just has a bad rap for no reason. And if you get a chance, you should visit
Sì, sicuro bravo, ci mancherebbe.